Squeak, damn it, squeak! I'm a mouse! Hello and welcome to Whiskerwood. The demo is available on Steam, a link in the description. The best description I can think of it is it's a combination of Timberborn, if you've ever played that, and Anno. It is quite an interesting game. It has a lot of potential, I feel. It's not quite finished at the moment. Obviously, it's just a demo coming out. And let's turn that music down and hope that it's not too loud for the recording. So here we are. We have 5 islands to choose from. We need to build our starting base there, and we want some resources. Okay. Shut up. Don't care. Not interested. Essentially, it's like colonizing America, I suppose, or something like that. If you've ever played the game Colonization from many years ago, this is it. So first thing it's telling us to do is build a trading dock. There you go, we get that built. It comes out straight away, which is good, no need to wait. And then our ship goes in and we click on it and we can see our little mouses. Yes, there they are in the ship. We click on the dock and then we can get them to come aboard, ashore even. That's the word that works. It's now telling us to build a warehouse so we can store things, and we kind of want it close or in a central location, ideally. I'm going to put it over here. That's not really a central location, but it's as good as I'm going to do it for now. Or do I put it here? Fuck, yeah. It's going here. There we go. That's the warehouse. My mice have been given the orders. Can you shut up, please? Anyway, yes. Okay, thank you very much. The mice are now going to go over and build that, and I'm going to speed it up a little so they can do it. You can play this game on full speed quite easily. It's not really that fast. So essentially what this dude's saying is the cats are the overlords, the mice are the workers, we're here to make a colony and send supplies back to the motherland, or the cat motherland. Right, we get our first lot of supplies, which is going to be logs, some food, some machinery for factories, and some woven cloaks for our mice to wear. And we need to sign a charter here. I'm sure it says something, but yeah, I'm not reading it. And tax collector comes in 2 days, is going to be due 11. So now we actually need to go about building a colony. There are a few things you need to build. The first being a lumberjack hut, which would be under resource extraction. So where are you? You're here, woodcutter even. Let's put 2 of these down. If you've ever played a game like this, or Settlers or something like that, you can never have too many, well, you can have too many resource huts, but it's good to get a couple down to start you off. And I'm going to place my mining camp here, and we do need to get some food, which we can do with a forage hut or a farm, which we can't afford at the moment because that requires planks. Now, once we've built these buildings, we actually need to be able to get to the resources. So the miner, okay, we've got our first quest. We need 2 mining camp workers. That's going to happen quite quickly. That's easy enough. So there's several ways of going up. We can build a steep stairs, which costs 1 log, and it's a bit of a waste of money, or, well, waste of resources. Or what we can do is we can start mining out squares, and once they mine the square, they pull in a ladder. So that'll get our guys going up here, and we just keep on going all the way to the top of the mountain, hopefully not getting rid of any resources. It'll give us stone, which is pretty much any land you mine really, which is, yeah, it's useful for building huts later on. Right, let's go up here without doing other things, and let's continue our way up. Okay, we just need to do the 1 here. Ooh, is that coal? No, it's not. Okay, I think that's probably enough here. Let's just do this 1 extra one. There you go. And we can chop down some trees. I think that's given us a pathway all up to the top, and we can get these resources, whether it be copper ore, whether it be these berries, or whatever else we have here. We have some flax, which we use clothes. And let's get the mice working. So we've built our woodcutter. So what we want to do is put a player in, or a character in. You have several different skills. So Explorer Guild, Engineer Guild, and we have Miners Guild. I think they're the kind of hardy people, but we only have 5 mice at the moment. So I'm just going to put 2 in here. I may even ignore that hut for the moment. Has this one been built? It has. Let's get some miners in there, a couple in there. And we want to hold one guy back as a builder, and he will build whatever we put down to be built. And the mice are now chopping down trees, which is good. The miner, I'm going to let him build here. Oh, worker ships arrived. This is beautiful. So each evening we get these approval points if our mice are happy, and we can use them to do a number of different things. But for now, we can use them to hire more mice. Won't let us hire those 2 for some reason. So we've just got 3 more mice there, so we can actually assign them here. Jingle's nice, and we'll put those 2 in there, and we have 2 guys back for builders. And eventually, or soon, quite soon in fact, I'm going to build a food camp of some description. Where are you? Forage hut, there we go. Going to put that there, and that white thing, that's the entrance to it. Get that built. It can't be built until these guys have mined here. Notice that square was mined, built a little ladder. All the mice can use it, can go up and down. And I've probably saved myself about 20 logs, 30 logs, and I've got to the top of the map already, or I will get to the top of the map. So yeah, that's quite good. Good to do it like that. And this is going to be built. And I'm going to take 1 dude off here, because I always want 1 back as a potential builder. And then we'll put 2 workers in here, and we'll put the ones with the Farmers Guild in, and then they should make us more food from these berries. These resources are going to be exhausted, so the farms come in use then. And we have another boat, another whisker ship. Oh right, no, we need to refuse the last 2 guys, and then that ship will fuck off back to wherever the cats live. Good, we're doing something. So this is our warehouse. We're coming towards the evening. In the bottom right, you get a little cog there. Once it hits 0, it turns to a beer glass, I suppose, beer jug. The mice will start drinking beer. Well, not drinking beer. They'll start eating food, and then they go to sleep. Unfortunately, they have no houses though, because I'm not the best master at the moment, but we will get them houses. It's kind of quest completable, so if we complete that we get an extra mouse even, so we can actually put that dude in here. Oh no, wrong dude, let's unassign him. Let's put this dude in, the miner or whatever, he's possibly better cutting trees. And there you go, that's been done, and we are getting loads of logs. In fact, we're ready to build our next endeavor, which should be, where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it here. We go to press to end the day. It's going to give us a quick report. So there you go. We're getting our approval points there, which we can recruit people, but it soon turns to negative when they start moaning about sleeping outside. So minus 72. We got a fresh arrival buff there of 72, but once that's wiped out, they're all going to be miserable as fuck. And then I won't be able to get any approval points and hire people. So yeah, we need to think of that coming forwards. I have played this through once before, so I kind of know what I'm doing. So next thing we want is a fishing dock, and that's quite good for getting food. So we'll do that just there. And that takes how many logs? 21 logs. We have 18, but it's okay because we have 2 lumberjack huts, 2 woodcutters going. So they're going to get all the wood. In fact, what I may well do is mine one of these squares as well to make it easier for them to get to those trees by having a ladder there. Good. And I think the miners go for the closest block that's set to mine, so it'll be a while till they get up there. We have another ship, a resource ship. So you notice they have gold at the bottom. We're going to have to pay that money back to the cats eventually. So we're possibly best off choosing the cheap one. And machinery is a great thing, although this does give us planks. But yeah, no, I can't afford it. I'm going for the machinery at the moment. Tax collector arrives tomorrow. We have 242 gold worth of goods. He's going to be asking for 60. It would have been over 100 if I had have taken the higher resources. So I made the sensible decision there. I think it is time for another miner. And I'm going to put it the other side of the world. So this way, once I rotate it, this way, it's going to go for the resources over here. So this is copper. If we start mining that out, then that will make a resource that we can't use at the moment, but we can give to the cats to keep them happy. And we can zoom out and see the world. So it is just a demo at the moment. We only have one island we can use. And I think in the future game, there's a lot you can do. So if we look, different various food stuff not available in demo. We have loads of different factories where you can make stuff. And I think there's a bit of a war thing that's going to come up, like ship battles and things like that. And maybe you can declare independence from those pesky cats, and then you'll have to fight them or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the plans are. It is early. Right. Good. End of the day. We have a housing shortage for 9 mices. So we're going to need to build the housing, which I will do in the not too distant future. Thing is, that costs stone, so to do that we're going to need a lot more stone. More than anything, I want to get this fishing hut up so we don't run out of food like we have over there. And yes, we can actually sell fish too. So at the end of the day, you have this whole kind of them eating and whatnot, the whole ritual. I don't know why they need to have an extra 30 seconds to the day. I mean, no. I suppose it's okay to see it. And there you go. They're still happy. We still got that fresh arrival buff. But that is going to go very soon. And our approval is going to tank. High approval. You've generated a high amount of approval from your whiskers. Building a town hall will allow you to spend excess approval on powerful policies. Okay. There you go. 5 housing spaces, and we get a reward of 8 planks. Let's accept that. So it said build a town hall, not available in demo, so no idea what the policy is going to be. And here's the bastard tax collector. They came in a ship of 3, or a group of 3 even. So we can give them stuff. We need to give them 60 gold. So logs are worth 10 gold each, so we're kind of using them already. I don't want to give them too many logs. I'd rather give them the berries and not overpay. There you go. We're sending them 62. We can send under, but that pisses the cats off. And if you piss them off too much, they start attacking you, which is, yeah, none too good. Right, you have made your first tax payment. Well done. We should expect to see increased output from your colony going forward. And we can get some more mice. I'm just going to grab everyone here. And we also get a gift. We can take stone and planks, some cloaks, or planks and stone. I think planks and stone's probably the best one there. So we now have people we can assign there. Let's assign the miners. There you go. That's going. I think everywhere should be fully loaded. Where did I put the food place? Yep. So now what I may well do is get another miners down, because we do need to extract the resources and get the stone to build the houses that they're asking for. So let's put this down here. Come on. Come on. There we go. And that'll get built. Ooh, the fishing dock's done. I should have put people in that. Food. Okay, no one else has the food thing here, so we'll just put whoever in. And that new miner hut I've built, or new quarry mining camp. Yeah, we're not going to be able to put anyone in there at the moment. And I think our mice are going to start being unhappy any minute now. That's okay though, we are getting stone. We can rectify that. So, I need to build some houses. How am I going to do it? I think we go here. We have a stone shelter, which is, yeah, it's kind of a 1x2, or we have a log cabin, which is a 2 by, well, 2 at its biggest point. But they both give equal happiness. Oh no, the log cabin gives you more happiness. Should build that, but I'm not going to. Fuck the rats. Sorry, mice, they're not rats. So let's start doing that. I'm planning out my space here. I have played this before, so I know when things go a bit pitong, when I don't put things right. I'm going to do them along. If I do them along here, I'm going to need a lot of logs. Let's just do 5 to start off with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can build a path or a walkway, hopefully. There we go. And then we've got access to that. In fact, let's go one further. So once you build walkways, it does make your mice walk. There you go. Miserable now. I can't. Minus 31 approval. I can't get any new people now until I make them happy again. So I need to do a fair few things to make that happen. Which is possible. It's perfectly feasible. Housing's the first part of it.
Of pirates' ransom demands in your part of the world. Under no circumstances are you to yield, or to even consider paying their exaction. Should your colony survive, report back the pirates' shakedown tactics.
Okay, fair enough. So there's quests that come up every now and then, and this first one is don't negotiate with pirates. Can you see any way of our mice defending themselves? I cannot. There's no buildings you can do to do that at the moment. So it's pretty much a case of letting the pirates run roughshod over you. I am going to take another one of these, the basic one for 50 gold. So the tax collector arrives tomorrow. We're doing a bit better for resources. I think mining out that copper, that's good. Now with the copper, if I hit Z and then V, I go down a level and I can start mining underground, which is quite good. I like the way this is done. So you don't need to, just cancelled that by accident. You don't need to kind of do anything too complicated. And I can keep going down and I can keep mining further and further. Thing is, I am going to want stone, so I really don't want them focusing on this too much, but we'll see. Maybe there's a way we can prioritize a mine, or maybe we can just, yeah, keep on mining here. Okay, that's as low as we can go. See the rats? Yep, they're down in, sorry, mice, they're down in their hole mining away. Yeah, good, useful, lovely. Maybe I should mine a bit of an area out there actually to get some stone. Fuck, let's do that. So if we go V, I don't want it above ground because that makes it harder for the mice to walk around. We kind of want to keep that as flat as possible. So let's do stone here. We're going to need that for the houses. In fact, let's do a fair bit of stone. Let's do all of that. So we get loads of stone out of that. Let's go back up. Oh shit, oh shit. No. We didn't want to do that at all. Alright, let's go down. Oh well, fuck it. There's going to be a big hole here. Ah. Yes. Okay, fair enough. And we got some houses built, so there's going to be a few of the mice sleeping inside. I do need more houses, or I will need more houses, so it's 11 people not housed. We have 2 more houses to be built, and not many resources to do that with. We need that stone. Let's build another shelter here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Keep it nice and even. And we don't need the walkway everywhere, but I'm going to do it because it will move them faster. Another bug I noticed, say you've got someone working at the top of the hill and night falls, that person may not make it back to his house in time, and then it's counted as slept outside, which gives you minus 88. Oh, I just got some approval points. That's not too bad. I can get another mice in, or mouse in. Tax collector arrives today. Let's hope we have enough copper for it. It's annoying me that I've dug all that out now. Still, I probably won't be going that way. There are factory buildings we can build at the moment. There's a sawmill for making planks, which is something we are going to need. Let's do the housing first. Then there is the stone cutter for making stone blocks, and there's a weaver for making clothes. And I think there's 1 or 2 others we can unlock in this demo. Right, so we have 11 copper ore because we have loads of miners. We've thought of that, and we started getting fish from the dock. Not worth too much. It's good to kind of top up the shipment with that, and then you don't waste any money by giving them too much. Good, there's that done. Beautiful. We're going to be mining a lot more out there, and we have some more mice coming ashore. How many? I've only got one. Yeah, okay. How many have I got spare at the moment? Just one. Okay, so a few more would be good. Let's take, and by a few more, I mean one more. Let's refuse the rest then, send the ship away, and maybe we'll get some resources. So we can take fuel, we can take a stowaway, get another guy. Let's do that. And then we'll have plenty of people for doing what we want. By plenty, I mean not many more. We have more miners though, which means the stone, you can see up here, we only have 4 rough cut stone. That'll start flowing in, and our logs are staying pretty stable at the moment, so we're doing okay. And we're doing okay for food, we're making enough, we're feeding the people, we're housing the people. Things going okay, and we've got a town on our own, and if we complete that we get 8 planks. Let's take that, and the next one, refuse pirates, we get 3 machinery, which is up here, and that's used in factory building. So when are the pirates going to come? I don't know, but they will turn up at some point and say hey hey hey. Yes, I've not played Timberborn for a while. It's been updated many a time, but it does kind of remind me of that a little. And if we go here, it's a research tab. It shows you kind of what the things are that are coming in the main game. Just going to slowly go over them. Well, not go over them, just slowly highlight them for you. So there's plenty of different things. And then you have a whole kind of, where is it? There's a water system as well that comes up. Have we got it here? No, this is other stuff. Anyway, there is a water system somewhere. So maybe that'll be big in the main game. I don't know. I don't know when releases either. They're just throwing it out there at the moment. The developer has made one other game I'd not heard of. Something to do with trains. With quite a big publisher, Hooded Horse. They do a lot of decent games. In fact, a lot of my favourite games have come from them. So obviously there is a lot of promise with this game if they've taken them on. Right, end of the day, how are we doing? We have loads of logs here. We have the stone as well. We've only got one builder though, so everything's moving slowly. We could take a guy off somewhere. Don't know where though. We may need to do that. I think planks is going to be the next priority, so I may set that down to be built. We have 16 mice in total, and one of them is unemployed, and that automatically goes to a construction worker. So we have 15 employed. Okay, this one takes 3, doesn't it? That's why. All I could do is cut down on the log cutting, because we are going to reach a point where we have more than we need. Let's end the day. Approval, yeah, through the toilet. So no ale, hard labour, drab surroundings, a dirty fur, 8 raw food and slept outside. So the dirty fur, what you can do with that is make the filthy bastards wash. So if we go to services, we have a cafe where they can eat. They like doing that. Then we have a bathing dock, but that needs 21 planks. So to get that, we're going to need the sawmill first. So if I place this down here and go like that. Ooh, pirates have given you their demands. Here are the bastards. Alright, let's click on it, see what the demands are. My whole thing was refuse cooperation. I have to do that. That's part of my task. So actually, let's slow this down. And if we click on refuse cooperation, there's a threat of 10 cannonballs. Or I can give them my machinery and that probably still... Oh, we'll satiate them. So refuse cooperation, and what do? Boom, boom, boom. They stop blowing up my shit. Now, the first time I played through this, right, we don't need that wood cutter so much. We don't need the houses so much. The dock, that is high priority. And this is going to be another high priority as well. Let's get the important things up and running. Yeah, so first time I played through this, I didn't know that. They smashed up all my shit and I couldn't build anything back. It was kind of colony collapse disorder there and then. Right, speed things up again. Hit number 3. That'll make them run at the fastest speed. Hopefully we have enough for this. That's going to be machinery. We have machinery. This only needs 1 log. Oh, that's fine. That's going to be up and running in no time. We do only have 1 builder though, although it's saying 8 at the moment. Mining camp is done. Let's get guys back in here. So let's do that dude and that dude.
You have been entrusted by your fellow Whiskers to lead their colony.
Okay.
This is the highest honor in
So if we accept this quest, we...
masses of mainland Whiskers are
I wonder what happens if you refuse leading the colony. But yeah, we get a tax credit of 233 universal benefit. We need to make a population of 21 and then that's done. Right, so we have not negotiated with pirates. We complete that and we get 3 machinery. Beautiful. And we need 5 more people to make 21. I think we can do that. This has almost been built. Let's get guys back in here as quickly as possible. I wish this guy would shut up in the background. And then we'll be making food again, which is great. And then we can actually repair this, mark for rebuild. It's saying there's 5 buildings. Okay, the rest is just these houses. We can get those rebuilt now. Let's make this a priority though. We want that done before these. Mark these for rebuild. That'll get done eventually when the builders aren't so busy. It's actually worked in our favour having more builders. That means things are getting built faster. So what I'm going to do is let this be built. Good. I'm going to put 1 little mouse in there for now. 1 mouse in here and then keep 1 builder back. And then slowly but surely we'll start making planks, which will be beautiful. And with those planks we could start building other things and expanding our economy. So it is kind of limited land, as in there's only so much you can build in various places. What I do want to get down is a farm. So maybe once it hits daytime and we can see something, I'll put 1 of those down. Right, let's have a sip of tea. Come on, mousy mouses, go to sleep. Is it going to tell us how long we've got left? 50 seconds. Obviously, we're speeding it up, so maybe 2 or 3 times quicker than that. If I put a farm over here, this is the biggest amount of land. So if I hit N, it goes on to farming. Red, obviously no good. Green, that's where you want to be farming. Now I think farming, you can kind of make resources that are just continuous. So it's in your interest to be doing that, because once you've mined all the copper, and you have nothing to pay those pesky cats with, then you're stuffed. Whereas if you're farming, you'll keep on making resources to give them. You can also make trees as well.
This new island was
okay, 21 housing space and we get some approval there, so let's try and do that as well. Good thing is with the buildings I can click on it and I can click move, and then I can move a building over to say here, and then let's start chopping trees down around here. But that is going to be where I'm putting my farm, so yeah, no, not going there. The tax ship's back already. They're only asking for 59, that's not too bad. Fish is a renewable resource, I think, so let's give them loads of fish. Give them a few berries as well. And then maybe we give them 1 copper. Okay, we need to take something back. Bit more fish. We've overpaid them there. Oh no, we've overpaid them a fair bit. Let's take a lot of berries back. And if we take... No, okay, let's give them at least 1 copper and then take the rest back as fish. Good, 59 on the button. They're not getting a penny over from me. Send full shipment. I think if you do more, you can get different bonuses. But yeah, if you send them more, they just keep on asking for more and more. It's possibly not in your interest to do that. We have enough for building these houses, as builder is going along there slowly. And it's almost time to build some more. Can we get these guys? No, we can't. We have none of the approval to do that with. We can get a stowaway. I'll take the stowaway. So the next thing we're going to want to build, which is also a factory, is a weaver, and this guy, he takes flax and then makes that into cloaks, and then that keeps our guys, well, in their fineries, keeps them looking good, and we want that, so it keeps them happy. I think first things first, though, most important is the housing. So let's get some more housing going on. If we rotate this here, you can build them on the sea. If you notice, it's costing 2 logs and it looks like a support structure. So those 2 logs are for supporting the actual structure. And it's taken the logs out of our resources already. One thing that pissed me off with this game is you can't set up, not priorities, you can't set up something to be built. You need the resources in a store before you can set it to be built. So you can't plan out and just pull it all down and let your guys go and do whatever, work it all out. But we get that. We get that done, and where I've done it in a row of 10, that will be 10, 20 mice we can house. We have a total of 17. Right, did I have one less guy in that woodcutter over here? Don't think it matters so much. Have we got enough for a farm? Resource extraction, farm, 8 planks. Yes, we have. I'm going to place that down here. And I suppose we want the entrance over there, but it kind of works out better there. And then I can build the farmland once it's built. It's going to be a while till that's built, so I'm not too worried about it. It's there in the background to be done. Still a new day. Let's hope the pirates don't come and start firing cannonballs at it. We'll see though. In the bottom left you have seasons, and the bar's gone the full way round on summer, so it's then going to change to autumn and then to winter, at which point it will get very cold and our mice will freeze to death unless we do something to remedy it. Another time I suffered colony collapse disorder when I wasn't prepared for winter and what it bring. It's always worth holding resources, and look, this little mine's going strong here, and we have some more resources coming in. Good. What do you got for me? So we can do the machinery, or we can do the cloaks and logs and planks, which will be good. I think I'm going to go for them, but it's twice the price of the other shipments. We'll take that, and that means what's due to the tax collector's gone up by 100. So yeah, we're going to need to pay more there. Not a problem. If I keep the cloaks, it keeps my mice happy, and maybe I'll get some approval points to get some more mice. So we can set down farmers fields. We can do it as one whole one, or we can do it as individual ones. Right, let's do that. Have that as one thing, and then we'll do this here. So we've got 2 separate fields. In one field I'm going to plant flax, and in the other field I'm going to plant cotton. I think cotton we can sell. I've not actually put a farmer in there yet. Let's stick someone in. Bucket, Thorn, you'll do. Just one guy. Here, go over there, start farming. And once I get more guys, I'll add them to the farms, and yeah, hopefully get more stuff doing. I can probably ease off the mining a bit. We have mined a lot. So in that vein, let's actually pause this building, and then we got another guy to put in here. We put in Scurry, so that's 2 people in there. How are we doing for logs? We've got loads of logs, don't need to worry. We've actually got loads of planks. So the next thing I wanted then is going to be the not the stone cutter, the weaver. We kind of need to squeeze it in somewhere. What I may actually do, if I mine out these and then put a mine there, and then I'll build it in this corner here so it doesn't take up too much room. Do need to save some logs back, but we could ease off on logs as well. We've got more than enough logs, he says, as he puts another mice in the log factory. So with the farms, I could stick a farm down there and they'd start working on those fields as well. They kind of work together. It is good. It's intuitive like that. It's not one farm deals with one field or anything. But as you look at this, there's not a huge amount in the way of open flat land. Maybe some of the other ones did, some of the other islands did. This did, but I doubt it's got very many resources. There's loads of customization you can do at the start. It is a demo, so you can choose how big islands are, how many resources they have, how flat they are, things like that. So you can choose how you build. Right, we have 4 people that don't have houses. That should hopefully be remedied by the end of today. Yeah, I may put another farm over here somewhere. Problem is, and another way I had colony collapse disorder. Here comes a tax bastard. Death and taxes, 2 certainties in life. We can give him flax, which we started picking up, or we can start getting rid of our copper ore, which is what it's there for. And then top it off with some fish so we don't overpay. Boom, done, good. Yeah, another thing I did was I tried to level the land by cutting back all the stone. But when you cut back the stone, or cut back the land, it goes to stony soil, which isn't good for farming. So it's not worth doing. We have some resources coming. I'm going to go for the cheap bastard option. So I don't want to be paying high taxes all the time. And we can take some cut stone and planks. Good. Not a huge need for cut stone in this demo, but there are a couple of uses you can do. Alright. We've almost finished the housing with our 1 builder. We just need more population. And to get the more population, you need happy beaver. Happy beavers? This isn't Timberborn. We need happy people. So in that vein, let's get the weaver up and running. Stick that down there. And what we can also start doing is pathing people, make them move faster. But that does cost a fair few logs, and we're not quite there with the log storage. Well, we're doing okay actually. We're making a fair few. What I'll do is I'll ease off on this, take that dude, or take 1 dude out of there and put him into weaving after this. And then we should be good. Right, have we got space for 20? Almost. We need 1 more house. So with these buildings, if I had some of those policy approval scrolls or whatever, I could force the guy in the house to do overtime and he'd work through the night making planks. Same with other factories as well. So if you get a bit desperate for something, yeah, you can do that. So we need 21 houses to live in. Let's build some more houses, get them put down. Well, I really need 1 more house, don't I? So I can foresee the future, so I'm not going to put them back to back. I'm going to have a gap there. And I'm going to need to do the pathway there, otherwise I won't be able to get there. So let's go from there to there, there to there, and that uses logs. Let's go across a bit. Nope, not from that. Let's go across a bit more. Should I spunk all my logs? It looks like I can. Not enough resources. Okay, it will only let me build so many. Let's do 5. Can we do 5? Good. And then will it let me place the houses as well? I understand with the paths where it's kind of click, 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 click into place. Good. I understand, and it automatically went to the next one. That's good. I understand with the paths where it takes resources and builds it straight away that it won't. We got some approval. It won't let you do it, but with houses, well, then again, saying that, all those resources are gone now. But we are going to be good for houses for a while, hopefully. So to make the people happy, we also have something called decoration. So if we put these in places that most of the rats or mice even will walk past, that'll make them happy. They get a little buff. Fecking pirates. They've got me at a disadvantage now because I have very few logs for rebuilding things. So I kind of need to pay these dickheads off. And they're asking for machinery. 1 of those, that'll get them to piss off. It's worth paying just to save the damage that could be done to the colony. Right, these 2 houses are still ongoing. A supply ship. What have you got for me? There you go. We got those cogs back. Pay a bit of gold. Unload shipment. This has not even been started yet. We need 21 logs and 1 machinery. I suppose we're finishing off the houses first, aren't we? So I think everyone in our colony, 17 colonists, has a house now. So that's going to improve the mood of them. And maybe, just maybe, I'll start getting approval scrolls. Why are you going over there, you dickhead? finish this one off first. You've put all the materials in there. Why would you even do that? You got to be hard on these guys sometimes. They can be a bit dopey. And now where's he fucking off to now? What's over here that's so important? Ah, he's getting some stone. It didn't have the stone. That's what he's going for. So my miners, I'm not paying attention to them. They will run out of things to mine, so I do want to keep it going. This kind of stone ground is just normal stone. It makes it not very good for farming, whereas this greeny, whatever colour it is, that's copper. We kind of want to get that going as well. And there's more over here too. There's some coal as well. And gold. Gold is the best one. That gives you the most cash when selling your wares to the cat overlords. Is that coal? Yeah. Oh shit. I didn't want to do this one. Let's take this one out. Hopefully it's not going under it. Let's actually have a look down. It is. Bastards. There we go. Taking that off. And hit Z again. Good. So we've got a few more extra things for them to mine out. We don't have much stone by looks of it. I need to set some stone to be mined. Well, this little slip of land, I could maybe do scaling farming there. Oh look, there's our flax. And there's our cotton being planted. Beautiful. I do want that other farm as well. Shit, do stuff. I need stone first though. Maybe I'll mine this out for buildings. No. Kind of want to do stone over here where I don't want to dig a hole basically that my mice have to crawl through. So it's kind of worth thinking. There you go. Approval's up. We can get more mice now. It's kind of worth thinking what you mine out. I doubt very much I'm going over here, but it needs to be closer than other stuff to mine. Fuck it, let's just do this little slip of land here. Let's do it all. We don't want to go underneath. Because sometimes you're not even paying attention and then suddenly you're mining all the way to the centre of the earth. To see Australia or something like that, depending on where you live. Oh, I thought that's pirates there. Nope, just attack ship. Let's chuck some ore at them. And maybe a log. Maybe a few fish. There you go. 141. Beautiful. I'm getting these numbers down to a T almost. The Claw delegation will speak to you soon. Fuck off, Claw delegation. Leave us alone. Right, second farm. I'm not sure here has a lot of space, but we're gonna... Okay, we get a bonus. We can take a stowaway here. Woven cloaks is possibly better, but no, let's do the stowaway. I'm going to mine out this square to get a ladder up here. And then I'm going to stick a farm down if I can. Beautiful, we can just about squeeze it in the back. And then let's put some fields down. I'm not sure these fields are going to be too brilliant though. Unless I mine out this one as well. And set his fields to go over there too. So, what field are we going to build? We are going to build yellow. I think that's the time of the year. First one's going to be trees, and then we get some berries on the next scrap of land. But we want to chop away these trees first and make some space. But yeah, good. And we have a supply ship. Again, let's take the cheap one. We have logs. We just don't have stone. Stone is our weakness. Let's have a look down in this mine. Let's go down a bit. I suppose there's a lot more we can mine out here if we just do a big kind of like that. And then hope that doesn't... Yeah, it's not taking up any surface space there. Good. So the mice will mine down here. It just adds a kind of... Alright, there's some copper we've missed out on there. Let's go down again. Yeah, we missed out here. Let's get that too. Good, done. Oh, nope, Z. Z is the magic key there. Right, we still have food. We have a few logs. We have no stone. That's our problem at the moment. We have 6 miners though, so that should be or 4 miners. That should be rectified relatively quickly. We could. No. Could we? Right, let's take this down. Let's put a couple of miners in here. There you go. We got 3 mining huts going and only 1 woodcutter. That's okay. We have more logs. What's this take to build? Just planks. 21 planks. We have that, and we have... Oh no, it's logs. Shit. Okay. And we're going up in approval. Things are going well. We need to make sure we keep on top of the clothes though, otherwise that will soon change. I think the Hanging Gardens has an overpowered effect in this demo. I could be wrong there. Quest complete. What was complete?
May we have better housing?
Better housing. I'm not going to accept that because that gives us approval. And say a ship arrives and I have 0 approval, I can accept that then and there. And then bingo, I can actually hire some more mice, which I want to do now. Need the mice. We have empty buildings that are just wasted, so to speak. Here comes another supply ship. I'm going to take the cheaper one again, and our tax has now gone up to 212. It scales with the population. It gives you a breakdown of what you're paying for. And I think it's possibly the wealth of your colony too. That's why I've gone for cotton over here, because we can sell that. Oh good, we're working on the flax thing now. Do you have everything you need? You do. We have 2 spare people. Useful. And we're getting the stone so we can finish off these houses. It only needs like 1... No, it needs 3 stone. Okay. 3 stone per house. Yes. Good. Like it. And then this farm's going to get built eventually too. And I need to think about finding someone for there. And good that this wood chopper's chopping these down, and then I can start pulling another farm plot for berries. Make some more food. Obviously, the more people you have, the more food you're going to need. The more clothing you're going to need. The more this, the more that. You will need it all, so you have to keep it in a perfect balance. Yes, first time I played the demo, I did very badly. I had my housing all over the shop, which meant that the guys weren't getting back to their houses and weren't sleeping, which made them unhappy. I had the pirates attacking me and destroying things I couldn't afford to rebuild, and then I couldn't afford to make the tax payment, and then the cats would be attacking me as well. It was just everything and everyone pissing on me at once, and winter was the next big problem. So to combat winter, we have heat and utilities. We can build a campfire. Oh, we can build a fire tender as well, and a bonfire. They're available in the demo. So what happens every now and then when you gather some resources, it will give you a new schematic. So yeah, good. And there's 1 house left to go. This is done. I'm going to put at least 1 worker in there. I'm probably going to need more. So if I click here, it shows me all my resources, and I can pin stuff to the HUD, so that line up the top, I can pin stuff. Unfortunately, we do not have any cloaks at the moment. That's going to make people very miserable very soon, so I need to remedy that somehow, and the way to remedy it is to get rid of some miners. So these dudes can go from there, and then we'll put them in here. There we go, and then we should hopefully be making a lot of cloaks. And another way of doing it is building pathways everywhere so people walk faster. Good, look at that approval, beautiful. Maximum approval. We can hire loads of people, which will be good because we are making cutbacks in various buildings, deciding which is more beneficial. And when that farmhouse is built, I'm going to want to place people in there too. Nice little jig in the background there. Yeah, the music's okay. Is this a population ship? It's a tax collector. Fuck off. Right. Yes. Have some copper. We are going to run out of that soon, so yeah, I need to get the cotton coming, which is worth 21. And that's a renewable resource, so if I can just start making loads of that, then we're going to stay alive for longer. And this is going to be trees. So once we chop down all the trees that are around, we have, yeah, natural trees there, or new trees to replace them. I could do this. It's going to make my next tax expensive. How many cogs do I have? Okay, we can take cloaks from here. That's good. That's going to make people happy. And let's go for the basic one. If we click here, we can click on this woven cloaks, and that's now showing up there. So it shows you how many I have, which is good to know at any given time. And much like any other kind of cozy game, you can just sit here and watch it. So these resources are underwater and it's outside the mine. I'm worried we're going to flood the mine when we go for that. We'll see though. Right, so we have more stone as well. So we can build more houses if need be. It's worth bearing that in mind. But more than anything, I do want a farmer here. And can we ease off on more miners? Yeah, fudge. Let's ease off on more miners and get a couple of farmers in here. And then we get those trees going faster. And then I will start putting berries down somewhere. Could even put them up here. But that would mean mining into it. Maybe if I do a mine just here, then that's going to give me access to this strip of land, and it will give me access to this land over here as well. I've already cut back some. Oh well, doesn't matter. Need more people. 3 more mice, and then we're happy, and then the demo's almost done, really. Well, it's not quite done. There are a few other challenges that come your way, a few other incidents. But it's good. I mean, so far it's well polished. All the mechanics, or most of the mechanics, seem to work quite well. Speaking of mechanics, you do have services, and there's 2 I want. One is a bathing deck, or bathing dock even. So this is where the mice go to wash, and that adds happiness to them. And the other thing is a cafe, and this is where they go to eat in the evening, and they prefer it to just eating in the warehouse where all the goods are stored. So yeah, it's going to say there somewhere, 8 at warehouse, minus 18, dirty fur, minus 34. Yeah, I don't like having dirty fur either. I can understand where they're coming from. Let's build a path. And we do that there. Not enough resources. Of course there's not. I don't have enough people in wood cutting now, do I? We have 2 there and none there. Fuck off, pirates. They've got more greedy as well. 1 machinery is going to keep them away though. We can afford that. We have 7. Need mice though. Definitely need more mice. And I'm not getting the kind of mice giving ship now I'm actually making stuff. So that's going to replace what we just gave to the pirates. Logs were something I needed, wasn't it? So let's do the big one, and that's going to cost us more in tax in the long run. And can we do it now? Yes, we can. Good. Beautiful. There you go. We've got that connected. So we can take probably another 7 mice on comfortably and not be in too much trouble. When I have... Okay, so this has just popped up. It's telling me a camp is idle. So this... I can either move it or destroy it. If I move it over here, it's going to get those berries, isn't it? Would be nice to destroy it though, and then I've got 2 mice back. Maybe if I take this down to 1, and then what did I want for the other mouse? Mice. Let's put 1 in here. And let's take 1 of you out of here. And then put the farming dude in there, and then you get a buff on their production. Pathing problems. Okay, these dudes are in trouble unless we cut this block down, which we're potentially not going to do tonight, so they may starve to death. He's going for it though. No, he's not. He's not going for it. No one's going for it. For cut back my miners too much. Ah, bollocks. There's no space in storage destination. So the way of remedying that is building a storage shed, which is shit. I'm not going to do it. So everyone's going to eat food from there, and then there'll be more storage space tomorrow, and then the miner will be able to put his stuff down there. And then he'll go out mining again. But these dudes, you're kind of up here for the evening. Sorry, Jingles and Shade. Hope you have fun. Personally, I'd take some of that flax and make myself a little bed. I don't know what they do now. Yes, if you're too cruel to your mice, they do die off, unfortunately. So you have to be nice to them. The difference between this and Timberborn, I suppose, or well, one of many differences, is there is going to be some kind of combat going on, whether it's high seas combat or land combat, I'm not sure. It's kind of in the plan. You can have a look at the Steam page, link in the description, and see what the roadmap is, if it's down there at all. I have had a look at the press pack briefly, but yeah, I didn't really look at any roadmap if it does exist. Right. Come. Go mine this. Yep, see, it's empty now. They're collecting tax again. Fuck off. Ugh. Take your ore and be gone. Yeah, we're running out of that now, so I need to be careful. Because food doesn't cut the mustard, and we've not got a huge amount of logs yet. They're gone though for now. Right, where are the miners? Oh, it's mining over here. Give me some more mice or something. Let's take the basic shipment. And we can do a plank row house, which is beautiful. It's a better house than we have now. I'll look at that in a moment, but what I'm going to do is move this over here and then rotate it. And then hopefully the guys will prioritize this block here. Whether they do or not, I don't know. Otherwise we have 2 dead starving mice. We really don't want that. Come on. Right, go get this block. Once we got this block, those mice can go and eat. They can go and be happy. We don't want them to die. Yeah, there's no kind of breeding program going on here. You just get your mice shipped from elsewhere. You can't decide to breed and having to store resources. Let's hope we don't fill up this warehouse too much. What are we on here? 247 of 233. They can store stuff in the hut. Yeah, we can store up to 8. So hopefully, come on. Good. Now these guys can go and do whatever they need to do. Beautiful. And we can move this now. Come on. Fuck it, doesn't matter, does it? Let's just move it. And put that back there. Beautiful, lovely, wonderful. Everyone's kinda happy. Nobody's dying. Although this dude says he's hungry. I think he's just trying to get to the farm. How can he be hungry? We have enough food for everyone. 38 fish. Yes, berries. I wanted to do some berries, didn't I? So let's do that now. And we're going to do that over here. There is a radius on the farm. I'm not sure it will go much further than this. So we'll do that as berries. And it tells you how good the field is for growing that. That's 3 green dots. So I assume that means it's quite good. Crop compatibility. There you go. And maybe I could build some here instead of the flax. We want to keep the cotton though. That's going to be our tax payment. And how we look on everything. We only have 2 cloaks. That's not great. We may need another weavers to remedy that. But more people. Always more people. And 5 seconds. End of day. Have a look at the report. Still good. People are still happy. No one's starved to death. But no new mice. Come on, give me a population ship. We could build a berry hut over here or move the berry hut. I think that's the other part of the problem. Yeah, no storage at destination. Storage is full. We do need a better warehouse, but we haven't got that yet. So the plank row house, which I looked at earlier, it's better quality, and the reason I left this gap in between these dudes, in between these houses, was the plan is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can take away 7 and still have enough houses. Let's start doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope I worked that out right. Maths is not always my strong point when talking and recording. I now put this in. It's 3 long though. And then we get our planks going over there. That'll get built. And we got space behind. And I can do that along here. And then I'm going to need to move these down a bit as well. But yeah, that'll give me 20 population per row as opposed to 10. Takes up a bit more space though. Right. Let's go for the cheap one. Keep our taxes as low as possible. Low temperatures. Temperatures are becoming chilly. The temperatures aren't dangerous yet, but adequate heating will improve the mood and efficiency of your whiskers. So last time this happened, it was kind of an oh shit moment. I didn't have the resources for it, and I didn't know how it worked. So what you can do is you get your campfire, you pull it down, and then periodically mice will come and warm themselves up at that. I'm going to make it high priority eventually, but first I want some of these houses to be built. And we have our food hall and we have our bathing thing as well. For the cafe, we do need to put someone in there. They're going to grab food from the warehouse and take it over there, which is a good thing to do, but we don't have any spare people. Let's take these woodcutters both down to 1. There we go. And then we can put 1 person in here. Bramble. There you go. And then what is start doing during the day, collect food, bring it in there. The mice will go and eat in there and they'll be happier. So the other thing the mice do, once they've stuffed their faces with their hard-earned labour, they have a little swim in the baths over here, wash their fur, make themselves happier. So yeah, it's all about maintaining that happiness. It's the only way you're going to get your population to grow. In fact, I think I can actually turn in this quest. And maybe that'll get more people coming over, I don't know. Maybe that's what was holding it back. Not that I can actually house any of them, although, yeah, no, we don't have the housing now. So my next load of people, if I do get them in, they'll be miserable almost straight away from not having a house. Upcoming tax 241, so it actually tells you administrative tax 94, population 33. So I'll look at the population in a minute and see how many. Well, I can see here actually. Bathed in the ocean, we have 18. That should be 36 if you times it by 2. So it's just under 2 gold per mouse. And supply shipments, that's the stuff we bought off them, 114. So it should remain relatively stable as long as I don't go for the expensive supplies. And it is now winter, so yeah, priority. Let's get these fires going as a high priority. And they do run out, they last a day or 2, so I'm going to build a new one each day. Winter has arrived. The brutal winter's made for treacherous travel. As such, the king will suspend most visits to the colonies. We are confident you have prepared adequate supplies and will find you in good condition in the spring. And I think I have. So yeah, no colony collapse syndrome coming this winter. And this would be one of our last chances to get the resources we need, such as logs, but nope, cheap shit. Always a cheap shit. We got 10 cloaks, we're doing okay. I could possibly take people out of there. Don't think I need to at the moment. Although maybe if I take 2 out, that's 2 extra builders. That means things will get done. Probably need another guy in the plank store or the sawmill, because we've run out of planks almost instantly. I mean, one of these costs 34 to build. Not cheaper. In fact, let's set the ones with the most of the resources into high priority. So then they will get built. No resources in range. How are we doing for logs? We're doing okay. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of this building. And we do get a log back from doing that, and we can stick one of those guys in here. Good. Beautiful. Wonderful. Lovely. There's our berries going down. Farming does subside a bit during the winter. What I'm also going to do is do a little mine here, and then we can actually start farming over here if we chop away all these trees. Look at the land held up by kind of stilts almost there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be standing on that myself. It doesn't look too safe. Hey ho. Right, so it's down to 3 degrees and we're at the start of winter. Has to go all the way around that circle to get to the end of winter. And we're on 14 cloaks, so yeah, we could cut back on the weavers there. What else do we have factory-wise? We have the charcoal furnace. I assume at some point they can start burning like coal in their houses or something, but I've not got there yet. And we also have the stone cutter, which makes refined stone, which we use for building graves, as far as I'm aware, and filling in the holes. We can actually start filling in these chunks if we get a special building, so it makes it flat. Or we could, in theory, just put paths over them, cover it up that way, until the wood rots away and then people start falling through to their deaths. Right. They're drinking beer or doing whatever. So yeah, in the new game you can go to other islands. I did try and cheese it, see if I can. I can. Okay, it's 170 logs. But it's a possibility, I didn't know that. I thought I'd need some kind of shipping going on. Right, let's end the day. We've still got happy mice, perfect. We can't get any more approval than that. Day 18 begins, and I want to put down a new log fire here because those ones will burn out. I'm going to put down one a day just to make sure it's a constant supply of heat, and I'm going to set that to high priority. And yes, so this looks like the small point. Low food. What do you mean low food? Oh shit. Where's my food dude? Over here. He should be making food. Probably need to mine here so we can get to all the bushes as well. My food dude should be making food though. My berry dude. Looks like we're chopping these trees down now. This is good. That's going to be an infinite support source of lumber, I think. Good, that third fire's been made. And we're chopping trees down over here still, although that dude is going a long way around. So maybe, just maybe, yeah, I kind of need to mine out at least one of these squares so they can get up there. Or in fact, no, fuck it, let's not do that. The miner's miles away. Let's do the what? Well, let's do what I think they wanted you to do, which was pull a staircase there, and it's instantaneous. One log, bam, bosh, bong. And then they can get those logs there without trouble. And then we'll be able to expand this farm. Well, I think I've got a bit too much flax. Let's have a look. Flax, yeah, fuck, no. Okay, this is going to be changed to berries for now. That's far too much flax. We have 14 woven capes as well. Yeah, no. And that flax is going to be filling up our warehouse, which it is. And then we won't be able to bring stuff in there. So you're getting a little, it almost looks like an open tin can when they go to the fire. But you're getting a little symbol there showing you that they're, oh good, we got our first house built. Which means an extra 2 people can go in there, 2 free beds. Can we allocate them? No, we can't. Makes them a bit happier though. So we got +1 thumbs up there as opposed to +3 thumbs up. You can give them luxuries like bedding and furniture, and that will make them happier, but I don't think that's available in this demo. We're not going to have the happiest mice in town. And this, we just need 1 more plank. Why are you not planking? Should we put another guy in there? I think we kind of need to, really. There you go, we got that can symbol there as people are warming up. And they're eating from our cafe now. Going in there, sitting down, having a chat. Eating some raw fish. One of the complaints of the mice is that they're eating raw food, so we do need to do something about that. And winter, it's -2 if you look in the corner. Before, when I played through, I didn't have the fires up and running. They would get cold and then they'd get unwell and then they'd die. And yes, it wasn't a good way to be playing. Yeah, it took me a fair few hours to get the hang of it, and it's just fun. It's one of those games you can sit down and play on your own and kind of lose yourself as you tweak a little thing here, tweak a little thing there, build this, build that. Why are you saying low food? I think what's happening is the dude who works in the cafe is going with his cart, collecting his fish, taking it all out, and then this is registering as being empty. Alright. Doing this with the flax, it's going to make things worse before it makes it better. We're going to get a fair bit of flax to take in maybe, although it's saying 0 there, I could be wrong. And we've got a mild winter, it's only 3 degrees, so guys aren't dying as yet. I should consider pulling up another firelight because they are going to burn out. So let's just stick one down. It's only 3 logs and we have 35. Let's put that over there. And then I don't need to worry about that for the rest of today. Although the dude is over here building. Good, we have our second one being built. Means I can possibly delete some more houses and start replacing them. I think that's the largest kind of house you can build in the demo. Plank row house. Houses for 2 people. Block house is 2 people as well. Block abode, I'm not sure. I think that's 2 people. And you can go all the way up to stone house, abode and roundhouse. I don't know. A row house even, sorry. Maybe, no, I think the plank block house is 2. Okay. And research, that uses planks as well. So say we wanted the small warehouse, 34 planks. Click it. I don't know how you research. There's nothing that actually happens. I've done it before and had the planks to cover the cost. Nothing happened. Good, second house up and running. Have any of these fires burnt out yet? Nope, burn time remaining. That one's about to burn out. So good thing we got some new fires going. Although it is 3 degrees. They should be warm enough in their fur. And this one's already burnt out over here. So yeah, I think the strategy is one every other day. One thing I did think with this, with the heat, you notice there's a little heat map for it. Let's not pull it in the water, eh? So I thought you needed to have your houses all heated as well. But you don't. Currently you just need kind of the heat there so they can go there and warm up. It does have the little arrows going in, so I assume that means where people go in, get warm, and then they go about their business. Now, I wouldn't be doing this if I were them, in freezing water. Can't imagine that's too fun. Right. We are going to need another one of these cafes as well. It can only serve a certain amount of people. It stores 21 food. We're now down to 0 food. So I assume everyone's kind of, yeah, gone and taken everything. So if we have another cafe, that will keep the happiness up. And people are now sleeping in the plank row house. Fidget and Rubble are getting it on, along with no one. No one's in there. I need to destroy some of their houses and then they're going there. No rush though. End of day. Start the new day. And we're slowly building more trees there. That is a concern. Although we have loads of trees here at the moment, they are going to run out. We can get to this mining bit as well, so we should do there eventually. We're just busy getting all the copper from down here. That's probably filling up our... Right, houses worth living in. I thought I completed that. Okay, maybe I didn't. Dangerously cold, yeah, fine. Food, not to worry. We have the dock over here. As I grow, it's worth building another dock as well. It's just a case of positioning it. So these cafes kind of need to be near the warehouse so that you can fill them up each day without problem. You also need this near the warehouse as well because they come down from work, they eat some food, then they go for a bath. If they're too far away from the houses, then it will count as them sleeping outside, and that is a problem. So it all has to be kind of centralised, localised together, which is why I've stuck them all together like sardines. Right, what's my builder doing? Have we built something that I wanted building that I wasn't thinking about? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, we're chopping down a tree. How much lumber is that going to give? Can't see. 2 lumber. Okay. So, unlike Timberborn, you can't choose the trees you plant. I assume it's a standard one for all. These guys give you 5 logs. Okay. So, these are given slightly less, but I imagine where it's winter, maybe they're chopping them down a bit early before they die. Who knows? And these give you 4 berries. A bush will give you 8 berries. Okay, so farming gives you half. And how are we doing for the cotton? We're, yeah, 45% grown or nutrients, it says. I don't know if crop rotation is a thing here, and we got berries over there. I think there's a way of harvesting earlier. Harvesting, yeah, harvest early. So I assume all that cotton's either died, as in we didn't plant it early enough in the season. Shit, I didn't build a new fire, did I? I was too busy gassing. Let's actually try and fix that now by putting one there. It's not going to be built in time, is it? Bollocks. Let's put it there. That's close for everyone. Good. That one should... Good. That one's going to last till tomorrow. So it's every other day I need to build one. Where was I? Yes, cotton. Have we actually got any cotton? We got 1 cotton from that massive fecking field. Yeah, I think I planted out a season there, so it didn't grow, and then it's all died off. I could have possibly harvested earlier, and then I've got stuff to give to the bastard cats when they come a-knocking. Okay, so we've done the mining down here. It looks like we added a little roof to keep out, like, tons of seawater. Yeah, that works, apparently. Alright, good. Day 20, approval's not moving. I'm doing okay. No one's starving to death. Nobody is dying. And people are happy at my roof gardens, my lovely roof gardens. This is not doing too much. We have the logs. I think maybe what I need to do is get more roadage going. In fact, let's do that. So if we go up here, you go there, and then if we go over here, and then to there you go. Look, they're moving a lot faster now. And then we could go over here as well. That's possibly worth doing, especially to get to the bathhouse, because that's somewhere they are going regularly. And up to the fishing dock. Fuck the mines, they're not active. We got a warning about food, but I think we'll be okay. We're making food here still. And we got the berries, berry bushes over here. This dude's doing it. Yeah, we're okay. Once we get more people, though, we are going to have to build more fishing docks. Need more planks, need more woods, need more everything. Can't find material. Right, who's got the most? Just focus on one house at a time, you muffin. They're all kind of equal, aren't they? They are. Right, let's start from this side. You're high priority. You'll take all the resources till we get built. Good. And we have too much stone now, from having not enough stone to having too much. Let's actually go down a bit and have a look if we're still set to mine crap. We are. So what I'm going to do is take that off now, because there's no resources there and we don't need the stone. Good. And we want to be mining elsewhere though, but I'm going to let the miners finish off this block, finish off going up here as well. It's going to bring us more stone, which we don't need. And I should build a stone mine, but first we want the houses. Good. The dude's going for this one first. Just waiting for the planks from here, or the logs from that. 44 food. Could build another cafe. Maybe put it over here. What's it take? That's under services. So the cafe, 21 planks. No, we're not doing that for a while. So this thing, it has a... It looks like it's fixed at 5, but I think there's a minor bug here. You can have like 10 or 20 mice in there at any given time and there's no complaint. They're still bathing or bathing. Still working out. And I've not placed a backing log fire down. And I'm running out of logs, aren't I? Let's end the day. And running out of cloaks as well. Shit, I need to start rejiggling my people. Or rejigging them into different industries. Winter is almost over and we're getting varying heat temperatures. Let's put that down. That'll be done automatically because there won't be enough planks for whatever we need to do. The usual morning kind of, you don't have enough food as people take it out of the warehouse. I think what's happened is the flax has just filled up the warehouse too much. Maybe I need... No, I don't need new weaver. That's fine as it is. We still not kind of planted these after getting rid of the flax. I think this cotton's still growing, it's just not growing very well. Our trees, we started planting them again. It's just not planting season, we needed to have done it all during the summer. Oh well. We're ready for next summer and I think we're going to survive and I think we're going to have lots of goodies to sell to the cats. Although... one thing that annoys me, we can't sell stone and it's kind of shitty stuff you want to get rid of if you have too much, which I do from excess mining. I overcompensated, I needed stone for a few houses and yeah, I just mined everything out. The other thing is, once I destroy these, it gives me some stone back, so... Alright, good, we're okay for fires. That's got half remaining, that's almost full. And this is going to be built soon. And then after that's done, I'll set the one next to it as high priority and work my way down. Or maybe I go this side, it's got more planks. It's got 3 extra planks. There you go, high priority, go do that one. Oh shit, was there one there we hadn't done? Okay, this is high priority. And this one, low priority. Is that the 2 choices, high or low? I think it may be. Oh well. Woods. Wood. No storage in destination. Yeah, I shafted myself. I built far too much flax. I really didn't need that much flax at all. I mean, I need some flax, but not as much as I got. Oh well, we'll slowly work through it with the cloaks. We'll get it out of our system. And then I can, yeah, worry about growing it again, but no need to worry just now. Right, I may skip forward to the end of winter here, because I can't really see too much different happening. We're not going to have any ships or anything like that. And I'm not really going to be building much, just waiting for stuff to get built. So, yeah, I'll be back in a second. And during the first day of spring, and what happens? A tax collector comes and is asking for a bumper bounty of 327, which isn't too bad because we have so much shit in our store at the moment. It will be good to get rid of it. So let's pay up. I think here, it's got a chest there. Does that mean we get, yeah, schematic. Okay, we're going to get a schematic here as well. So maybe where I've been going wrong, I should have been going for the schematics. Let's sell some flax. There you go. And we're going to get a schematic when we get some resources from the motherland. That's good. Hopefully. And we have a few more mice to take on. Let's take them all. Good. And we can start filling buildings up again now. In fact, I'm going to fill up this weaver. Because, yes, I think clove's going to become a problem. And we can choose something here. Planks are good. Take the cut stone as well. Don't want it. And come on, give me a schematic as well. Bollocks. It said schematic. Oh, well, maybe I'll get that later. So we have more builders. We have more people doing stuff now. We have 4 builders, which we can assign workers to. And everything is going to start moving, especially where I've freed up space. A bit of a deck that I filled up on stone. I noticed I was going through this during the winter. I still had a few of these squares to be cut that were just, yeah, were just taking stone from them, and that wasn't really a sensible thing to be doing. Let's set this copper to be mined, and let's set some of this to be mined as well. And then I'm going to go towards the gold as well. Once that's all done with, once I've mined everything out, it really is going to be based on my farmland. We'll need to be making cotton. Yeah, it's saying crap for cotton at the moment. How about I change this over to cotton and I'll change this over to... No, right, configure, yes, change this over to berries. And this is cotton now. Yep, good. So we'll harvest those 9 berries. And then we'll make that into cotton. I do need to build another fishing dock as well. Otherwise people are going to start starving. And I'm going to build that over here. I'm not sure. Logs. Okay, just logs. We can do that. Yep, we'll put that there. And we'll make more fish. Beautiful. That'll be all our guys used up. We've still not got all the houses done that I set to be built. Because my storehouse was just full of crap. We have our approval going back up. People are happy. This is good. We have 0 cloaks, so I am going to extend this walkway if I have enough planks, which I don't, or logs, which I don't. 2 guys, are you full? You are full. We have these dudes, they'll be chopping down trees eventually, I imagine, although they're taking berries to the storehouse, which is good, because I'm a bit low on food at the moment. Yeah, my economy came to a standstill, so this was just full of stuff. This was full of flax. Nothing was getting built. In fact, speaking of flax, I should keep an eye on that. I'm trying to run it down a bit. Whisker ship has arrived. Let's take all these dudes as well. And then, good. We got the line up. We can complete the quest now, and we get a tax credit there, so we have to pay less tax. Good. Let's wait for the next tax ship. Due 1. Okay, I should have taken loads of goodies first, and then reduced it. Oh well, here we are. Kind of wanted to sell some flax anyway. Oh, we're up to 6 cloaks now. I want them to land, give me a schematic, and if it's a warehouse, that's great, because then I can upgrade my storage. That has been holding me back at the moment. This should be built relatively quickly. Yeah, we're doing okay. And this is getting built. What? 9 people? Why? What? Okay, that's all the people I hired. Kind of need it built quickly anyway, because yeah, I'm not sure we have housing for 30 people. This will be 20 when it's finished, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8. We have housing for 28 as soon as this one's built. Okay, so we need to get that one built as quickly as... And they didn't do it. What are they doing? There's fucking 9 of them. Go and build something, you bastards. This is priority. I think I've set it as priority. Oh, right, it's built. Okay, this is built. Set this as next high priority. Fuck it, set them both as high priority. Get them built as quickly as possible. We have no logs in storage, and this is a concern if the pirates come and I can't pay them, because you do use machinery to maintain your factories. They will get damaged while your workers are in there. And if you don't maintain them, you risk worker injury and the compensation claims that follow through with that. I'm sure there's going to be lawyer mice somewhere. Death taxes and blood-sucking lawyers that... Yeah, anyway. Yes, so, good. When's our next tax collector coming? It's coming tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I really want that schematic that was kind of promised there. Or maybe it was a level above and I didn't go there. I think what I'll do is I'll pay better attention when the tax collector comes tomorrow. And if it is a schematic level above, I'll overpay my taxes. Good, approval's going up. I could hire more mice if I wanted to. Not that I really want to. Although another farm would be great. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. It doesn't look like anything's being done here. Maybe I go for trees there. Maybe I have to do a bit of crop rotation. Berries here. And then it has to be berries there as well, doesn't it? So maybe we'll start planting trees where we have a yellow bit there. And this was cotton. Yeah, okay, so we have all the main things. Here comes the tax collector. He requires 1. Yeah, it did say schematic there. There you go, boom. Set him 1 flax and I send a large shipment. That should make them super happy. Give me the schematics that were promised to me. Maybe... Yeah, I don't need any more mice at the moment. They can fuck off. We have mice in abundance. I suppose I could fiddle around to get the right people in the right buildings, the right professions. There we go. So we can get 2 people. We can get some spices and ration mills. Iron bars, copper bars. Fertilizer for our farms. None of this is beautiful. So let's re-roll. We can get a new schematic. Yes, we'll take that. And we can choose 1 more as well. I think machinery, that's going to be the way forward. And we got Claw's Visage, which is intimidating visage of a claw. That's the cat. Why would I want to put that down on the fucking housing estate of mice? Okay, let's put it there. Let them know if they're not working properly, they will be eaten by a cat. And that takes 2 refined stone or cut stone. Okay, fair enough. Once this is built, we could start pulling these down and building other things. I thought I should have got more schematics there, but I haven't. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it there. That's as much as I can do. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Drop me a like, drop me a comment, and have a look at the link in the description. It is a free demo, and the game will be coming out when it comes out. There's a lot of work to do on it, but it's still quite fun at the moment. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.